welcome to Om Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, we are doing day 7 of the 13 days of Camellia Angel Cove Halloween. Today we are working again in 50 Halloween miniatures. Today's word of the day, Halloweeny word of the day, is costumes, and I thought this was a really cute page to do for costumes. So I am going to go ahead and work on the background just a little bit, do a little bit of marker work, and then we'll come in with some fun embellishments and stuff, and I'll show you how I would do the costumes here. So I will talk to you again here in a second. Okay, I wanted to take another second here to kind of talk you through what I was going to do on the background. I am going to kind of create a horizon line, and then I'm going to add in some trees with branches. I'm going to attempt to do it with my black pencil, but I might bring in like an alcohol marker instead, depending on how dark I want the outlines to be. But for the grass, I'm just gonna, like I said, draw the outline, the horizon line here, and then I'm gonna draw a few tufts of grass around. I just wanted to fill up the background a little bit more instead of just having this small little bit, but that's basically what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna speed that up so you guys can see, and I'll talk to you again here in a second. Alright, so this is what we've got so far. I went ahead, my camera did cut off a little bit of that. I apologize, but I just have some shading done on my mice and the background all kind of drawn in there. So I am going to focus on working on their costumes and their little things that they're holding here. I did add some claws to this mouse because it's going to be like a demon kind of costume. Does not look great, but but it's done. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same yellow that I used earlier. So this is kind of like a greeny yellow, but a very light one. And I'm going to use that to color in the candle here and just a little bit around the outside. And then we're going to use a pencil to kind of add in a little bit more. So I've got my Deco yellow pencil, and I'm going to, just real quick on the moon, just so you guys can see, I did use that marker and my colorless blender to try to help blend it out, but it didn't really do the best job. So I'm going to take this pastel yellow and just kind of continue that color into here a little bit and let it fade into white with my pencil. The next thing I'm going to do for the moon, sorry, I meant to do all of this when I was on camera. So I've got my cream, and I'm just going to draw a couple little lines around the outside of the moon, kind of in a circular motion, but not a straight circle, and just kind of add some details into the background there. I don't know if that does anything or not, but I think it looks pretty cool. So, okay, back to the costumes. So we are going to add in a little bit of yellow just around the edges of this. And then carry that flame back in a little bit. The same with the eyes. I'm going to extend that yellow a little bit and get that yellow into different areas of the pumpkin in there. Okay. All right. So now for the costume. I'm going to color this, the little devil red. I'm going to color the angel wings kind of white and gold. And I just think that'll be fun. So I'm going to color this little acorn. Actually, it's going to be black and kind of gray. I know that that doesn't really go with the whole acorn thing, but I feel like it'll look better than like an actual acorn color would. So we're going to stick with some grays. So I'm going to use, I think this is my 70% cool gray. Just around the outside of this. And then I'm going to use the 50% cool gray to kind of blend that into the yellow a little bit. All right, and then same on this little part. I'm going to just do, we're going to do 70 around the outside edge. A little bit of this yellow just on the edge there. And then I'm going to use my 30 to kind of blend that all out. All right, and I'm going to come back in with my black now and just add in the shadows. So there's a little bit of shadow underneath the paws, on the bottom of this handle, and then underneath all of these little pieces of like acorn texture. Okay, and then I'm going to add a little bit of shadow back here. Okay, the little candle in here is going to be orange to match this pumpkin. I'm just going to do it. I have a yellowed orange and the cadmium orange hue, and I'm just going to use those really quickly. All right, and then on the pumpkin here, I'm going to use the same colors that I used for this candle. This part here is going to get all of the lightest orange color. I'm going to leave a little area so I can get some yellow highlights in here. And then I'm just going to go ahead really quickly. I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to use my marker to do the pumpkin because it's just easier. Okay, so I have Y4 from the Ohuhu set, and this just makes this whole process go much, much faster. All right, so actually I think that this is supposed to be like a little container, but I'm going to add in some yellow in there. Actually, this is not dry yet, so we're going to do a little black candle. So I'm going to add some black in here. Add in a little bit more orange around the eyes. All right, and then on the pumpkin, I'm going to use this cadmium orange hue to just kind of draw in the texture lines that are there for the pumpkin. For this inside, I'm going to try to do a little bit of white. So I'm using the Holbein Soft White, and then I'm going to come in with my Deco Yellow and see if I can get a little bit of a lighter look in the center so that looks like maybe it's yellow on the inside too. I don't know if that actually worked or not, but we tried. All right, I'm also going to bring in just a regular orange and add in some more texture lines to the pumpkin. There we go. And then a little bit of cream to add in the highlights. Okay. Now for the costumes. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to do this one red and then this one like white and gold. So let me go ahead and do this one. So I'm just going to use my white pencil and my cream pencil, and probably I have this 50% French gray that I'm just going to really lightly use in the shadow areas. And then I will go ahead and, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use my 20% French gray now to blend that a little bit. And then we're going to do cream. And then just white. And then the same thing on this side over here. Okay, and then on the top of this, I'm going to be using some metallic paint. I'm going to go ahead and do the eyes too. These are going to be like a really pretty light blue. Let me grab a couple blues here. There we go. All right, so I have a couple of markers for my blue. I have the pale blue from my Ohuhu set and this manganese blue from my Copics, and that one's the darker one, so I'm going to start with that one in the pupil and then use this lighter blue to fill in the rest. Okay, so off to the side here I have my Cosmic Shimmer watercolor palette. And I'm going to be using the gold from that set, one of the golds. It's just really this light, super light gold. And I'm going to be painting the tops of the wings. You want to be mindful about how much water you're putting on the paper, because this paper is not necessarily meant for water mediums. So you just have to be really careful with the amount of water that's in your brush. I'm not very good at painting curves with my paintbrushes. Okay. That's all the wings, right? Yeah, so I think the other thing that I'm going to do, and this is just because I want to try it. I've got a really fine liner brush, and I'm going to try to just line the little insides of the wings. We'll see how this goes. Okay. So I'm hoping you can see how shiny that is now. All right, I like that. So next step is going to be to do some red for the devil costume. Let me grab my reds. I found a Copic marker, which is R29. This is lipstick red. Please don't pay attention to my dirty Copic. Try not to get my fingers in the other stuff that's still wet. So I'm just going to color this whole little costume red here. All right, and then for the eyes on this one, they are also going to be red. So I'm going to use the same lipstick red on the center, on the pupils here. And then actually this this Ohuhu marker, this is R9, this is Pastel Rose. All right. Then we've got on the, what are these? On the horns, I'm going to add in this Linkshine red gel pen. All right. Oh, and I guess I probably need to do the gold up here as well. All right, and then the inside of her, I don't know why it's a her. The inside of her wings is going to be, I'm going to go ahead and color those in pink. And then I'll probably add a little bit of shading to this one. Okay. All right, so I have Scarlet Lake here that I'm going to try to do a little bit of shading on the costume with that I don't think is dark enough. So let's try Crimson Lake. See how that does. That is a little bit better. Okay, and then we're going to come just right along the edge here. I'm going to leave that top part for a highlight, which I'm just going to go ahead and add in here. And then on the straps, again, a little bit of a highlight. Oop, that is not where I meant to do that. I need to sharpen this guy again. Okay, a little bit of highlight on that. And then the center part, I've got Crimson Lake. Yeah, we're gonna go Crimson Lake and then this warm gray and the Scarlet Lake. So I'm gonna start with this Crimson Lake. And I'm just kind of shading outwards from the center parts of the wings. And then the last little bit I'm going to do is shade their eyes a little. So let me grab some pencils to do that. I've got the Crimson Lake for this side. Okay, and then the same thing with this blue color. I have Blue Lake. Okay, and then I'm going to add in, well, hold on. Add in just a little bit of a highlight with the white pencil. Then we need my white pen. I'm going to make sure that these are nice and white highlights. And then I think in this eyes, I'm trying to think what little things I'm going to add. I think in this one I'm just going to add like little crosses and some dots. And then in here we'll do like a little heart. All right. Oh, we have a whole bat we haven't even colored. I'm going to color that in with just my black Linkshine pen, I think. No, I lied. I'm going to do it with a glaze pen. So let's use my glaze pen. All right, one last little thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use this glaze pen again, and I'm going to outline, or I'm going to color in their noses with the glaze pen. And on this one, I'm going to outline, I'm going to follow the lashes. And on this side, I'm going to use that liner brush again and try to, ooh, that's too much water. try to do the lashes over here, but with the gold. Okay, not sure I love the way that that turned out, but it's done. So let me zoom out so you guys can see the whole picture. All right, I keep saying one more thing, but I keep seeing just slight little tiny things I want to do. I want to add a little bit of yellow stickles to this candle flame and a little bit of yellow stickles to the moon, but not like a big line. So I'm just going to put some on there and kind of pat it around with my finger, because I just want a little bit of sparkle and not like an outline or anything. All right, finally, we are done with this cute little page. I hope that you guys liked that. I think it was a really fun page. I didn't realize that I got a little spot of something on there, but I just think it's cute. I like the simple background. I like adding those little lines around the moon and then adding all the fun little details to the costumes. So yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.